Have you seen the escort the NASCAR haulers received on their way to Mexico City? I have the schedule, race info, weather, and more as NASCAR rolls into Mexico City this weekend. Next on Racin-n-Braisin. Well, hi folks, welcome back to Racin-n-Braisin. I am CJ. I am a chef with over 20 years experience and a lifelong NASCAR fan. And on this channel, I'm sure to give you plenty of news and analysis as the racing happens throughout the weekend, and plenty of tips and tricks from my kitchen to yours. So I do want to thank you for joining me here again on Racin-n-Braisin. It is Thursday, which means we are going to preview what is ahead of us as NASCAR has made its way into Mexico City. Before we dive into the schedule and notes about the weekend, let me first show you this. Yes, this was the escort that the haulers received through Mexico this weekend, posted on X, and don't get political. I'm not going to, but this says a lot. Please, if you're going to comment about this, leave the politics out of it. But disturbing to see for sure. Does not give me the warm fuzzies. Well, let's talk about the upcoming weekend schedule. Xfinity and Cup put on the show this weekend, and they kick things off with two practice sessions on Friday. Things begin at 1 on Prime with Cup practice. That's going to be a 50-minute session, followed by Xfinity practice at 2 on the CW app. Also an extended session, and then Cup will get a second practice at 3 p.m. on Prime. That is going to be 25 minutes, followed by a final second practice for Xfinity on the CW app at 3:30. Let's move on to Saturday. Things kick off Saturday morning at 10:30 on the CW app with Xfinity qualifying, followed by Cup qualifying at noon on Prime. There is going to be a NASCAR Mexico race in between that qualifying and the Xfinity race, which will be at 4:30 on the CW and MRN if you need to listen to it on the radio. And then, of course, Sunday, the big race is going to be at 3 p.m. for the Cup Series on Prime. Of note this weekend, drivers doing double duty. Of course, Daniel Suarez is going to be doing the Xfinity Series and Cup Series and all of the NASCAR and Mexico Series races that are going on. I think there's one on Friday, one on Saturday for sure. He'll be driving the number 9 for Junior Motorsports on Saturday in the Xfinity Series. Ty Gibbs will be in the 19 for Joe Gibbs Racing, as well as Christopher Bell will be driving the 24 for Sam Hunt Racing. There is also another open seat out there that has not been confirmed yet. We'll know more tomorrow, I guess. Let's talk about a key driver that I have not found any confirmation of info on yet. But Denny Hamlin did say that if his girlfriend hadn't given birth to their new child as of Wednesday, that he wasn't going to make it out to Mexico City. Wednesday was the deadline when all the teams were going to travel together from Charlotte International down to Mexico on chartered flights. Not their normal private jets like they normally do. This was an actual airliner that they rented out to make that trip down there. I have not seen any confirmation that Hamlin was on that plane. The confirmation of his replacement driver, who it would be Ryan Truex. That's been slated for the past couple of weeks. We've all known that. There was also a little fake news, I guess, on X floating around earlier today that Kyle Busch had been detained at the border because of some outstanding warrant. There's no truth to that, guys. Don't believe that one. But pretty funny to watch. Whoever started that, well done. They made the graphic look absolutely official. That's for sure. So good job, guys. Let's talk about Sunday's race. This one's a short one. It's a sprint. 250 miles. It's a 2.5-mile track, so do the math, 100 laps right there. First stage will be done at lap 20. Second stage will be done at lap 45. So this one's going to be quick. New track for a lot of drivers. However, Michael McDowell has spent time in sports cars and open wheel cars at this track. And Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Brad Keselowski all raced in the Busch Series back in the mid-2000s when they were last racing on this circuit. Busch and Hamlin both have wins in those races. Sunday and the entire weekend, we're keeping an eye on the weather. Friday is calling for light rain throughout the day. Saturday calling for a 45% chance of rain. And Sunday, the worst of the forecast, 75% chance for rain and 75 degrees for the race. So possibility we're going to be seeing rain tires all weekend long. And of course, things get wild and crazy when it gets wet. Of note, as far as road courses go, I thought this is a very interesting stat. Hendrick Motorsports leads all of the statistics when it comes to road courses. Poles, laps led, wins, top fives, top tens, you name it, average finish, they've done it. In fact, they have won 5 of the last 8 road courses. However, I do want to point out, not included on that list of winners is Chase Elliott. Bowman, Larson, and Byron have all had wins for HMS on road courses. Chris Buescher, I do want to point out, has the best average finish in the next gen car on road courses with an 8.7. And remember, he did win Watkins Glen over SVG last year. So definitely a road course talent to just keep in the back of your mind. You know, of course, all of us are going to be looking at SVG, AJ Allmendinger, Michael McDowell for sure. Connor Zillage is going to be racing. He's a road course guy. And of course, Trackhouse also has Ross Chastain, good on road courses. And Daniel Suarez is pretty good on road courses too. And with all the extra eyes that are going to be on Daniel Suarez this weekend, I think everybody is going to be expecting him to be performing towards the front, right? We'll see how that goes, but I know that's going to be the expectation this weekend. So that's what we're going to keep in our minds as the weekend progresses. We'll have a recap and an analysis of what the practice and qualifying sessions produced on Saturday afternoon, so keep an eye out for that video. Before I leave you here this afternoon, I do want to give you the update on the results from the thumbs up or thumbs down for Michigan. The good race poll from Jeff Gluck put it at a 92.2%, definitely way up there. And here on Racin-n-Braisin, we had a total of 3 thumbs ups and a I don't know, which I'm not sure how I'm going to score that, but no thumbs down for the Michigan race. And I have been working throughout the week to go back through the season, write notes, and give thumbs ups and thumbs downs on the season so I can get my numbers in. I do plan on doing just a recap, a mid-season recap, and where we stand on all of that to give you guys an idea. Right now, everything is trending towards the up for sure. I encourage you guys to leave thumbs up and thumbs down in all of my previous videos where we do a recap of the weekend racing. So thank you guys for participating along with me on that. Finally, the menu for this weekend. Obviously with Mexico City, that of course makes everybody think about Mexican food, and there's so many variations on the basic proteins that they use and all sorts of different directions to go. My favorite personally is enchiladas, so I'll probably make enchiladas this weekend with maybe chicken or maybe some braised pork. That sounds really good. But what I want to highlight this weekend for you guys is how to make flour tortillas at home. And no, you don't need a tortilla press. Yes, I have one. We'll show you how to do it with the tortilla press, but I'll also show you how to do it by hand so you can get a nice even flour tortilla, a nice even press on that with a couple of tools that you already have in your kitchen. So keep an eye out for that video this weekend. That is all I have got for you guys here. I do want to thank you once again for joining me on Racin-n-Braisin. Enjoy the weekend ahead, enjoy the racing in Mexico City, and stay happy.